In a debate with Sam Harris, Jordan Peterson asserted that democratic institutions are rooted in the Judeo-Christian tradition. While it is true that religious thought has influenced Western civilization, the assertion overlooks the significant contributions of Greco-Roman philosophy and the Enlightenment, which are foundational to modern democracy. Democracy, as we understand it today, has its roots in ancient Greece, particularly in the city-state of Athens around the 5th century BCE. The Athenian model introduced concepts such as citizen participation, public debate, and the rule of law. Philosophers like Plato and Aristotle laid the groundwork for political theory, emphasizing rational discourse and civic responsibility. This was a secular framework that prioritized human reason over divine authority. The Roman Republic further developed these ideas, introducing concepts like checks and balances, separation of powers, and representative governance. These principles were secular in nature and focused on the governance of people by people, rather than by religious decree. Thus, the origins of democracy are deeply embedded in Greco-Roman thought, which is distinct from the Judeo-Christian Substrate Peterson references. In the 17th and 18th centuries, Enlightenment thinkers like John Locke, Voltaire, and Montesquieu championed ideas of individual rights, freedom of speech, and the separation of church and state. This movement was pivotal in shaping modern democratic ideals. Enlightenment philosophers argued for a society based on reason and empirical evidence rather than religious dogma. They laid the groundwork for constitutional democracies that prioritize human rights and civil liberties. The secular nature of the Enlightenment allowed for the development of democratic institutions that are inclusive and adaptable, fostering a society where diverse beliefs can coexist without one dominating the political landscape. This is crucial for maintaining a healthy democracy, as it prevents any single ideology, religious or otherwise, from monopolizing power. Throughout history, there have been numerous instances where religion has undermined democratic institutions. For example, in the Middle Ages, the Church wielded significant political power, often clashing with emerging nation-states and stifling dissent. The Inquisition and various religious wars exemplify how religious authority can lead to oppression and conflict, contradicting democratic principles of freedom and equality. Today, the intertwining of religion and politics continues to pose challenges. In America, religious groups attempt to impose their moral frameworks on the broader society at the expense of individual rights. They argue for policies based on their interpretations of Scripture, rather than on democratic consensus. American churches use their deep pockets to meddle in politics, advocating for policies that not only align with their religious beliefs, but also benefit their pockets. The rise of the religious right has seen significant political mobilization around issues that undermine the secular nature of governance. This influence leads to legislation that reflects a specific religious viewpoint, rather than the diverse beliefs of the populace, threatening the foundational democratic principle of equal representation. For example, the push for laws that stem from religious ideologies, disregarding the autonomy and rights of individuals. This not only polarizes society but also erodes the democratic fabric that allows for pluralism and mutual respect among differing beliefs. In conclusion, Jordan Peterson's assertion about the Judeo-Christian roots of democracy fails to acknowledge the critical contributions of Greco-Roman philosophy and the secular Enlightenment. These movements have been instrumental in shaping modern democratic ideals, emphasizing reason, individual rights, and the separation of church and state. Furthermore, history and contemporary examples illustrate how religious influence can undermine democratic institutions, highlighting the need for a secular approach to governance that respects and protects the rights of all citizens. Thank you for watching. If you find this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.